Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another GT Sport drift setup video. This time I'm looking at another car from update 1.31 which went live earlier this week. It's the Tesla Model S, and this one is very interesting. Being fully electric, it's nothing like any of the other cars I've tried to drift in the game. It does take a little while to get used to. And is it the best? No, it's definitely not at all, but it is good fun. And like I say, if you're up for a challenge and you want to try something a little bit different, then it's a great idea. The biggest difference with this car is that it just operates with a single gear. Being an electric car, obviously there's no requirement for gearing. The other thing is that it is quite heavy. You definitely feel it when you're throwing it around the track. But certainly the gearing side of things is definitely the biggest change when it comes to doing a drift setup. I often rely quite heavily on the gear ratios and being able to set those to make sure I can do the longer corners and things. But with this, they take away that entire ability, so you are just basically left with how it comes. That being said though, the Tesla does feel really torquey, and you can use that to your advantage when you're drifting. Certainly when you're in the corners, rather than normally you would just feather the throttle to control the angle of the skid and sort of keep yourself in line. With this one, once you're sideways, if you plant that throttle down, you'll feel the car physically pulling over, or that's how it feels anyway, which means you can just hold the drift for longer. I'll take you over to the settings now where I can explain a little bit more. So with the Tesla, you only need to take it up to level 3 when it comes to the power. Taking it to level 4 is pretty pointless in this instance anyway, because it's just going to mean you can drop the power down further but you gain nothing. So yeah, taking it to level 3, take it all the way up to 128% there, which will give you 540 brake horsepower. In terms of the weight reduction, like I said, it is a very heavy car. You want to lower this as much as possible. So take it to level 4 and drop it to 80%. It's still going to leave you 1,614 kilograms, but it's definitely better than what was there before. Traction control set to 0. I've got the tyres, both front and rear, set to comfort hard. Brake balance I haven't touched, that's just remains the same at 0 there. Ride height I've lowered as much as possible, that's 70 on the front and 70 on the rear. The natural frequency has remained the same at 1.6, so no need to adjust that. The anti-roll bars I have played with a little bit here. I've got the front set to 5 and the rear set to 6. Now in terms of damping, the compression and the rebound remain the same there at 60-60 and 90-90. Oh, the camber angle on the front there I've set to 3, and on the back it's 0.6, sorry. Toe angle is set out 0.2 on the front and in 0.1 on the rear. Downforce you can't adjust. In terms of the differential, I have played around with this. Now, I was trying to get the car to feel a little bit more torquey. I'm not actually sure if you change this initial torque, it does anything. I couldn't really feel a difference. But currently, I've got it set there to 40, 40 and 20. But feel free to play with that. It may be there that you can sort of make it a little bit more comfortable for yourself. And in terms of gearing, like I said before, being electric, it doesn't even give you an option to play with it. So that's it. You just leave that as it is, and that should be everything you need. Hopefully you can have a little bit of fun with this build. Like I said before, it's definitely not the best drift car in the game, but the fact that it's so unusual, I really do think you should give it a go. It will certainly challenge you, but at the same time I think you'll really enjoy it. Like I always say, you might want to play around with these settings. They're not going to be for everyone, it's just what I'm using at the moment, but certainly if you use these as a base and then work from there, it should put you in a pretty good position. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. I've got videos like this going up all the time, and it's great to see lots and lots of people joining the channel. Also, I've tried something new with the thumbnail today, so it'd be great to hear what you think about that down in the comments section. It's definitely not something I would change over to all the time. It did take a long time, but at the same time, I quite enjoy being artistic every now and again. Drop a like if you enjoyed today's video. I'll leave you with some more drifting now, and I'll see you on the next one.